9.2 and 9.3.2 and 9.3.3, sometimes we won't be able to find the exact decimal amount and we may need to use approximation for it. Look in this first example. The floor in Mr. Cruz's basement is shaped like a rectangle. The length of the floor is 2 meters greater than the width. Write a rule that shows the connection between the area A and the width W. Well, area of a rectangle, we need to know that formula. Area equals length times width. That's the formula for it. So if we wanted to write an equation with the area of the basement is 85 square meters, write it for this floor. We would say that the equation would be the width times the length, which is width plus 2, needs to equal 85. Okay, because the rule here would be width times length, which is width plus 2. So that's how we got to our equation. Now we can use guess and check and improve to solve this. Well, if I was going to start with a number, let's just pick a number. I'm going to pick 8. 8 times 8 plus 2 is how much? Well, remember I have to add first because that's in parentheses. That's 80. Well, that is too low. Now, if I wanted to go up, because I'm not much off, maybe I need to use a decimal this time. Maybe I'm going to go to 8.3. I'm going to go up just a little bit, maybe not a ton. 8.3 times 8.3 plus 2, what does that give me? Well, that's really 8.3 plus 2 first, so that's adding those first and then multiplying by 8.3. I get 85.49. All right, that is very, very close. Not sure if 8.2 will help me, but let's check it just to be sure. 8.2 times 8.2 plus 2, what does that give me? That gives me 83.64. Pen's not writing very well here. 0.64. Well, that's too low. The closest one to this is 8.3. So my solution is approximately 8.3. Not exact, but I'm super close. So if I say the width is 8.3, that means the length is approximately 10.3. Not exact, but I'm getting close. So that's my approximation. And when you put that squiggly line around above the equal, that is your approximation sign. So now let's look at some more. In all the equations solved so far, the variable appears on only one side of the equation. You can also use guess and check and improve to solve equations with the variables on both sides. That's what we were doing in the last lesson. So if I had the equation m plus 12 equals 3m, I can use guess and check to come up with the number. I can also write that equation from a word problem. If you look up here, it says 12 more than a number is equal to 3 times a number. Well, remember in class, we were that then word means flip it, and we were writing above it. So if I have 12, more than means to add a number, I can use any variable I want, I'll use m, is equal to 3 times a number. And now with that then word, I'm going to flip those two around to come up with my m plus 12 equals 3m. So let's look at a couple and see what we can do. So the first one here says 5 add to a number is the same as 1 subtracted from twice the number. What's the number? Well, first we have to decide what we have. We have 5. Add to means plus. A number could be my x. Is the same as means equal. 1 subtracted from twice a number. So here's what I have. So that's subtracted from, that's another clue. Maybe I need to switch these around. So I think that my problem would be 5 plus x equals 2x minus 1. So that would be my equation. If you turn your page, you do see some boxes to be able to solve this in order to get to the answer using guess and check, what we've all been doing. You can go ahead and do those to solve. I'm just going to help you set them up in this video today. The next one says 4 times a number plus 1 is equal to 4 added to twice the number. Again, writing it above sometimes helps me. So I have the number 4 times the number, so that's 4x, because that means times the number, plus 1 is equal to 4 added to twice the number. There's my equation if I write it all out. 4 times the number plus 1 equals 4 plus 2 times the number. There you have your equation. Go ahead and use your guess and check table and figure out the answer. The next one is 2 added to the square of a number is equal to 5 times the number minus 4. Well, 2 added to a number squared, so we've got to make sure we get that squared up there, is equal to 5 times the number, make sure you're using the same variable, minus 4. Here's your equation. 2 plus a number squared equals 5 times the number minus 4. Again, make sure you're using the same variable on the both sides of the equal sign. Now, on that one, I have a squared number. That square indicates I could possibly be looking for 2 solutions. So make sure you know that when you have something squared, like here, there could be 2 solutions. So when you solve this, make sure you're looking for those 2 solutions. So here's another one. Hopefully you solved all those and you were able to get to the answer and you checked them. Petra and Allie went to the pet store to buy fish for their tank. Petra bought 3 black mollies for $B each and 1 pack of eel for 12. All right, that's important. I'm going to highlight that. She had 3 black mollies and 1 Petra eel for 12. That's what Petra bought. Now, Allie bought, we'll put a different color, 7 black mollies for $B and an Australian rainbow for 2. Again, those are important facts. They spent the same amount of money. How much money did Petra spend? Your answer should be an expression. So we're looking for just an expression. We're just looking at Petra. So 3 black mollies, which is $B. So 3 times B and means add a pecan for $12. That's what Petra bought. Now for Allie, she bought 7 black mollies, which is also a variable B, and an Australian rainbow fish plus for $2 plus 2. Now using these 2 expressions, I need to write an equation for them. So let's go ahead and write the equation. They spent the same amount of money, so they need to equal each other. So we're going to go ahead and make them equal each other to make my equation. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up my table. Remember, my variable goes in the first one, which is B. One equation goes here, 3B plus 12. The other one goes here, 7B plus 2. Now I'm going to use guess and check to solve. I want to make them equal each other. If I start with 2, I get 3 times 2 plus 12. What does that give me? That equals 18. 7 times 2 plus 2, that equals 16. My answers are 2 numbers apart, but they're pretty close. So let's try 3. 3 times 3 plus 12 equals, that's 9 plus 12 is 21. And then I have 7, excuse me, 7 times 3 plus 2, which equals 21 plus 2, which is 23. Well, I'm still 2 numbers apart from each other. That's my indication that my answer is between these 2 numbers, between 2 and 3. So let's play 2.5. All right, so 2.5, 3 times 2.5 plus 12 equals 19.5. And 7 times 2.5 plus 2 equals 7.5. All right, and remember, the B was standing for dollars. Remember, it was B dollars. So that 2.5 is really $2.50 is what it cost me. So how much did each friend spend? Well, in order to do that, I need to substitute that $2.50 back into my equations to determine. So for Petra, I had the equation 3B plus 12. Well, if I put in $2.50, 3 times $2.50 plus 12, I found out she spent $19.50. I did the same for Allie. I put it back into my equation, 7 times $2.50 plus 2, again, I'm going to find out that that equals $19.50. So each person spent $19.50. Here we have a couple more. These are guess and check and improve, just like we were doing in the last video. And remember, you can have decimals. So if I have two variables, guess and check is what I need to use. So variable goes in the first box. I have 3n. That has to equal 9 minus 2n. Go ahead and start with your guessing of numbers. Let's say that I'm going to start with 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. 9 minus 2 times 2 equals 5. I am one number apart there, so I'm close, but I'm not exactly there. So maybe I need to go up or down. That's your decision to make at this point in time. If I went down, I had 3 times 1, which equals 3. 9 minus 2 times 1 equals 7. I got further apart, so maybe that wasn't the best way to go. Well, we know that the answer possibly could have gone up. So if I did 3 times 3, I give 9. 9 minus 2 times 3 equals 6. I'm 3 apart there where I was 1 apart with 2. That's kind of my indication that this answer maybe comes between there or maybe comes between 1 and 2. I'm not really sure. The best way to try is to start using some decimals because there's not a clear cut. Where 9 to 6 is 3 apart, but 3 to 7 is 4 apart, and 2 is only 1 apart, so I'm not sure which way to go. Here you just have to try it out. Let's say you try 1.5. I'm going to go down. That's going to be my first. 3 times 1.5 is going to give me 4.5. 9 minus 2 times 1.5 is going to give me 6. All right, this time I got only 1.5 apart. I'm going the right direction, but maybe not quite there yet. Let's try another one because I'm still kind of far apart. So I'm going to go a little higher. How about 1.8? 3 times 1.8 is going to give me 5.4. 9 minus 2 times 1.8 is also going to give me 5.4. There's my solution. This is where guess and check really comes into play, and you're looking at the difference in your answers. You may always sometimes go the wrong direction, so if you get further apart, that's your indication you're going the wrong direction in your answers. Go ahead and try number 9. Come back and check your answer. Hopefully you did your guess and check and you found out for your solution was 5.25. If you didn't get that, go back and look at your chart and see what you got. Again, pages 8 and 9 are due on Friday.